Hey guys, so a lot of people that I know have been asking me about how I get through this life journey thing without a degree and how I get the kind of jobs that I do. So I just wanted to, obviously it's a long story and so much goes into it, but I'm just gonna give like a short, like a really, really short summary of my journey between the time I matriculated up until now and the job that I have now. So I matriculated in 2014 and I passed with a bachelor's pass, and I think that's what it's called. And I didn't pass my maths and my physics too well, so my APS points were low and I didn't get accepted into university. So I made the decision to rewrite. And while I was rewriting, I know I needed a job, so I started applying for a job. I'm not exaggerating, but one morning I woke up and I went to Northgate Mall and I dropped off my CV at every single shop. Every single shop, every single restaurant, every single place, like shop, at Northgate. And eventually I got a job at Mr. Price. I was there for about 3 months, but in my second month, I had been applying for other positions because I know I wanted more for myself. And eventually, so I would go to interviews on my off days and stuff, and eventually I got a position at Aldo. And during my time at Aldo, I was not just doing what I was meant to do, which was just sales, help a person find a shoe size, and that's it. I wanted to challenge myself, so I would do some of the work that my supervisor did, which was your filing, your admin, paperwork, just any kind of work that needed to be done. And that really helped me, and I'll explain why later on in the video. But so I did that, and so I had been applying for other positions now within the company, and after 6 months, I got a position to work at Aldo in Santon, the main store. So now we all know how hectic Santon can be. It's crazy. Retail in general, you don't have a life, you don't have friends, you just can't do anything. And mind you, I'm still working on rewriting. So now the rewriting story is a very long story, but let me just cut it short. So I rewrote 4 times. I rewrote twice in 2015 where I wrote my supplementaries and I didn't pass those, and then I rewrote at the end of the year. I didn't pass those either because retail was so hectic. I rewrote in 2016. Unfortunately, I fell ill, so I didn't pass those. I didn't write the other paper. I wrote the maths, but I didn't write the physics, and I didn't write maths paper too, so it was null and void. And then I rewrote again in 2017. I will come back to that. So because of my health in 2016, my health took a turn in 2016. I decided to leave retail, and I then went into promos. And then I got into debt because of my health and stuff that I hadn't paid for, and I was taking drama classes, so I hadn't paid for that. I got accounts handed over. Now here's this 18-year-old with debts and she needs to pay them off. So in 2017, my friend told me about a company that was, 2017 last year, my friend told me about a company that was hiring, and I applied and I got the position, and I worked there for about, I think, 3 months as well. And the company closed down, so that didn't work out. But by the time that 3 months was over, I had paid back all my debt. And then I went into promos again. And I really love promos because promos, you meet all kinds of people who can teach you all different things, and you network, you get to network. So I really love doing promos. And then, so 2017, I rewrote for the 4th time, and I didn't do too bad, so I had enough APS points to get into varsity. Now UJ had accepted me provisionally, and then come 2018, UJ sends me a decline letter, and I'm like, how? So knowing me, I go to UJ and I find out, and they say, no, we've decided that allo no longer counts 1 point. It counts, it no longer counts half towards your APS, it counts 0. So you were behind 1 point. Now you can imagine, I've been applying for the past 4 years. I finally get in, and you guys tell me I'm behind by 1 point. So here I am going to Dean's, trying to plead my case, and all I'm getting is a. So now that UJ has declined me, I'm not a student and I'm unemployed, and obviously I need money. So I go into Facebook, and this company Indigo Focus, which is the company I work for now, that does market research recruitment. I had been signed under them as just one of their respondents, and they had posted a job position for an intern and a recruiter the year before, late in the year, and I'd applied for it, but they hadn't gotten back to me. So I see now on their timeline that they had reposted that same job position just a few weeks back, and I say, look, this place is not too far from where I stay, so let me just go pay them a visit. So I dress as if I'm going to an interview. I walk into the office and I'm like, look, I know I'm coming unannounced, but I saw that you posted a job position and I need a job. So, I mean, obviously I can't remember exactly what I said, but I'm just selling myself here. And this man, who's now my boss, looks at me and he's like, did you really just come in here and demand a job? So he says, okay, sit down, let me interview you. So he interviews me, and he says, look, I like you, I just need to speak to my business partner. And I say, okay, cool. So he speaks to his business partner. She calls me in for an interview the next day, and literally I start the following day. And going back to what I said about doing admin and all that stuff that I didn't need to do, but I learned from, it helped me with my job now, because there's things like invoicing and all these things will help you in life. Guys, also paying attention in business studies in high school, that helps. Business studies is a subject that everybody should take. Anyway, so that's how I got my job. And also, guys, I didn't stop doing promos once I got my job. I would do my 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and then on a Friday after work, go straight to a promo gig. Saturday I'm doing a promo. Sunday it's church, and then straight after it's a promo. But obviously sometimes you can feel your body crashing, so you need to rest the mind and the body. So that was that. But that was so important for me, because like I said before, in promos you meet so many people from different industries, and for me as an aspiring actress, it was so important for me. It puts my mindset on another level. I meet so many people that teach me so many things. And yeah, so I think promos is something that everybody should do. I mean, it's a great experience. But anyway, the main point to this video is just to share with you some of my main keys in life, which are determination, hard work, and perseverance. Perseverance being number one for me. Never give up on what you want. It's not about the paper. It's not about the degree. I'm not saying don't go to school. Please go to school. I'm still going to go to school because it's very important. But it's about knowing what you want and knowing what you're capable of and going for it. And do what you have to do to get to where you want to be. I really hope that this video has helped you. And thank you for watching.